Hola, hola! It's your girl Erika from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, queen, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. And I am here to remind you, I'm a confidence coach, a business mentor, a speaker, an author, and I am obsessed with women standing up, showing up, and creating their confidence. And I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Welcome to the podcast, my love. Today we are talking about audacity. The audacity to be. It is such a sexy thing, audacity, and we don't speak about it enough. It is a massive part of the work that I do with my women in the Queen's Table, and it's really about how boldness helps you create your next level. And before we kick off, I want to read from a book called The 48 Laws of Power. And think what you want about this book, but there are some very amazing lessons in this book that I personally draw from and teach inside of the Queen's Table. And here it says, in the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene writes, if you are unsure of a course of action, do not attempt it. Your doubts and hesitations will infect your execution. Timidity is dangerous. It's better to enter with boldness. Any mistake you commit through audacity are easily corrected with more audacity. And I love it so much because it is so true. The women that you admire, the people that you think are killing it, the leaders that you follow, the people that get the opportunities that you dream about, they're not necessarily the most talented people, or the most educated, or the most experienced, but they are the most audacious. They dare to do it, and they go for it. And they move before they feel ready. They show up before they're invited. As my gorgeous friend Amy McNee says, they coronate themselves. They're not waiting to be chosen. They choose themselves. They speak before they've been given the mic. You know what I'm saying? And if you're wondering, can I do that? 100% you can. They wouldn't even think about that. They just do. They already act. And I want to break this down because audacity is not arrogance. I'm not asking you not to be humble. I'm not asking you to change who you are. I'm not asking you to ignore reality, but bend it in your favor. Because audacity makes people believe that you must know what you're doing, even when you're figuring it out as you go along. And it's so funny because I have had this as a child. I've always been audacious. It's just the way that I've been. I didn't even know it was a technique. I didn't know it was a thing to teach. I didn't know everyone didn't operate like this. But more and more as I'm working with women, as I'm meeting people, as I'm speaking on stage and connecting with humans, especially women, especially females, we struggle with this audacity. We struggle to claim our space. We struggle to own who we are fully and unapologetically. I hear all of us want this, yet what wins is the I'm not good enough, imposter syndrome, tall poppy, I'm not worthy, who am I to XYZ, comparison, not good enough, shrinking, shriveling, playing small, second guessing. That's what wins. And I'm telling you that the world moves fast, okay? It moves very quickly, and opportunities are not waiting for you to be ready. They're not waiting for you, and you shouldn't wait either. We must go after what we desire with full audacity. And we're going to talk about that today because I want to invite you to start thinking about this and bringing this into your life, bringing this into your business, bringing this into your way of being and operating. And you don't have to change who you are. But a little bit more bravery, a little bit more self-belief, a little bit of audacity, a bit of doing the things that you say you want to do, but maybe you've been too scared. And it's important that we unlearn this playing small, this fear, this who am I to do this second guessing ourselves. I hate how common and regular and normal I'm not good enough has become. And it doesn't matter how many TED Talks we watch. It doesn't matter how many personal development books you read or podcast episodes that you listen to, it continues to plague women. Like, I'm so done with it. I think I've said on the podcast a million times how bored I am for it. And I want to share a personal example for me. When I first launched my business, when my son was 4 months old and I was breastfeeding, it was 2017. I had no business showing up online. I didn't have any marketing experience. I didn't know anything about anything. I didn't have an audience. I don't think that I was confident. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, even when I launched this podcast in my car with my wired Apple headphones and my hoops that were hitting the audio, my audio was terrible. I didn't care. I had something to say. And I was sick of waiting for perfect, air quote, circumstances. I was tired of the right moment, of when it would be the perfect time to launch my podcast, to launch my business, to go out and do the thing I came here to do. I had waited for so long. I don't know about you, but I had waited a lot. I was sitting on my ass, comfortable as hell, waiting and wishing and hoping that my life would change. Miraculously, someone was going to come and change it for me. I wasn't tired of my own shit yet, basically. And there came a moment and a time where I heard a message, and my mind and my body and my soul and my aura and my magneticness and everything about me was ready to hear the message. Maybe today you're ready to hear this message. Maybe you played this podcast and you're watching this right now because you are ready to hear this. You are ready to stop playing small and questioning yourself and step into your audacious next level. Because if not when, then when will you do it? If not now. When is going to be your perfect time? There is no perfect time. There is no perfect circumstances, no perfect anything. All that it is you fucking around and wasting time. You not every single day, you not being who you say you want to be. You not doing the thing that you came here to do. You not creating the life, the business, the impact, the money, everything, the freedom that you said that you want. That's all there is time being wasted. And I want to tell you, when I launched my business, it was not perfect circumstances, but I was done. I was up to here. I was full of my own stuff. I was done with my own bullshit. I'd had it. I had nothing to lose. And I knew that I had a message to support people. I knew that I wanted to help women. And so literally it was the worst time, but I wasn't going to go worse than I was. We were broke. We didn't have any money. I had no followers. I had no business doing what I was doing, but I was sick of my own shit. And I had no other point but to move. And because I dared to launch a podcast in my car with bad audio, because I dared to show up on Instagram every single week on a live when no one was watching, because I dared to say what I thought and shared my life and my experience and my opinions and my advice, because I dared to do that, people listened. People followed along. People joined my program. People listened to my podcast. I got millions of downloads to my podcast. I had no business. I didn't have any experience with that. I didn't even have a nice microphone. So how did I cut through? Because I believed I could. That's how Audacity works. I said yes before I felt qualified. I went, I'm all in before I needed anyone else to say, we accept you. I accepted myself. I was done. I was like, here we go. Let's make it happen. And guess what? In the world, you will see these people online. You will join these people's programs. You will work with these people. You will see them on stage. You will see them writing books. You will see them doing the shit that you want to do. They're going to be living the life that you want to live. And there is no other reason that they are doing it than that they have the audacity to go for it. They haven't listened to the inner critic and they've said, no, I'm going for it. Why not? What do I have to lose? And I ask you the same. What do you have to lose? Everything. If you don't do it, you lose everything. And literally someone not as good as you, less qualified, maybe not even as nice as you, goes after the people that you came here to help, goes after the vision and the life and the dream that you say you want, but you won't go for it. That's all it is. So I want to talk to you about what happens with Audacity. When you hesitate, when you question, when you second guess, when you're like, I don't know, I'm not sure, when you tippy toe, that leaves space for fear, for doubt, and for other people's opinions to creep into you, to seep into you. It's that questioning and that unsure That timidity tells the room that you don't believe in yourself. So why should they? If you don't back you, if you question yourself, if you're unclear and unsure, nobody's going to follow you. Would you follow you? You playing small doesn't protect you. It makes you forgettable and questionable. Then people are like, I don't actually know about this person. Now, I am not telling you fake it till you make it. I am not saying that. I am saying find the fire. Get to the point where you're sick of your own shit and you have the balls to dare to go after what you want. You have the audacity to do and say what you want. Because that's all there is, my friend. That's actually all there is. Everything else is you tangling yourself in your own bullcrap and getting stuck and getting lost in your own shit for no good reason. For absolutely no good reason. The audacity to be you is not just about action. It's not just about you taking a lot of action and making it happen. It's about identity. It's about the way that you see yourself. It's the worthiness of you backing and believing that you are allowed to live the life that you want, that you are allowed to be who you say you are. You can't be audacious when you're blending in, pleasing everyone, watering yourself down, trying to be liked, right? Like trying to be air quotes professional. Your edge, the thing that makes you, your tone, your voice, your story, your X factor, the way you see the world, your opinions. You know, they say opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, they are. And everybody's got a butthole, right? Everybody does it. They do their thing. You just need to own yours because everybody else is going to own theirs. And instead of worrying about what everybody else is doing, you have an opportunity to tell us who you are, to do it your way. I say that there are 5 steps to creating confidence. Maybe Mel Robbins says there are 3. And maybe some other person says there's 1. Guess who's right? All of us. Whoever is more convicted in what they believe. Whoever stands for what they believe. I believe my way is the way. So that's my way. Does it mean that nobody else's way is? I don't know. I'm interested in my way. And I'm going to stand on that hill and I'm going to die on that shit and I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to share it and I'm going to scream for it and I'm going to live for it and I'm going to back it because it's my way and that's what I believe. I'm not interested in anybody else's way. I'm not going, oh no, she says this and I say this. Oh no, she must be right. I must be wrong. That is a lack of confidence. That is a lack of self-belief. That is, I'm not good enough. I'm not this. Who am I to do that? That is comparison. That shit leaks into your life and it leaks into your business and it leaks into everything you do. Then you don't know who the hell you are. And I'm asking you to figure out who you want to be and go for that. Don't look to the sidelines. I'm not looking at anybody. I have content for days. And if you don't like it, fantastic. I want you to be so grossed out by me that you're like, hell no, she's so repelling. Good, I'm doing my job. And other people are like, I love her. She's my person. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with her. Good, I'm doing my job. Who's changed? I haven't changed. It's the eye of the beholder. Guess what? You could behold your eyes on whatever the fuck you want. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do me. I don't need you to accept me because I've accepted who I am already. I'm in love with who I am and how I do things. Can I get better? Hell yeah. And I'm always constantly working. I'm not asking you to think that you're the shit and everyone else sucks. I'm not asking you not to be humble and kind. I believe you are already humble and kind as a person. I am asking you to get high on your own supply though, to stand for something, to have the cojones, let's say in español, to have the cojones to be who you came here to be. How dare you be so audacious? Yes, I love myself. I think very highly of myself. I think I'm exceptional. I think I'm the best at what I do. And when I act and I think like I'm the best at what I do, guess what happens? I work hard as hell. I push myself to really good limits. I practice. I rehearse. I don't just fuck around and show up and hope for the best. I act like the best. I watched recently Ronaldo and I like Messi. Okay. Messi is nice and humble, but recently Ronaldo's been coming up in, my son plays soccer and we've been watching Ronaldo and Ronaldo says, I'm the best. And people go, oh, are you sure you think you're the best in the world? He goes, according to me, I think I'm the best in the world. According to other people, they think other things, but me, I think I am the best in the world. What happens when you believe that you are the best at what you do? You act like the best. You practice like the best. You walk around like that. You treat yourself good. You treat yourself with respect. You care for your craft. You work harder than everyone else. You are on the field practicing. You are doing the things that most people will not do because you have such a high standard for yourself. Then guess what happens? You do become the best because you operate like the best. You think like the best. You are being the best. You are the best. That is audacity. That is not mediocre. And does it mean you're better than the world? No. No, it doesn't. But if you don't back you, if you are thinking that you're going to become the queen bee of your industry and the go-to in your space, and you don't think you're awesome, you're not high on your own supply, you have some work to do, my friend. Because if you think you're a piece of shit, if you think you're not good enough, if you think you're not this, if you think you're not that, why the hell should anybody follow you? You're asking me to follow a timid, shy, questionable person who doesn't know who they are? I'm not following that person. And you're a leader. If you're listening to this episode, you are a leader and people want a leader to follow. So you need to stop playing with this bullshit of I'm not good enough and tall poppy syndrome and imposters. Shut up with that shit. That shit's not helping us as women anymore. And it's so old, like boring, done. Move on with that shit. If you've done personal development and therapy and seminars and Tony Robbins and blah, 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 I'm sorry, but now you're lying to yourself. What are you doing? Playing small so you could fit in, so you could have a problem, so you could be not good enough like everyone else? Why? The world needs excellence. I want to follow exceptional excellence. I want you to be audacious. I want you to go, yo, I am the best at this and I work hard and I work on my craft and I'm amazing and I'm here to support you. You guys, listen to me. If you're listening to this, when I speak, I've never done the same keynote in my life. Because I believe I'm the fucking best. So I work like the best. I sit there and I do my slides. I spend 4 hours on a presentation. I don't care because I want that shit to be so good. I never want to get on stage and be like, yeah, I've done this a million times. It's so like boring. That's so, what's the missionary position? I don't want missionary position. I'm a Gemini and I get bored. Give me the doggy style. Give me the side view. Give me standing. Give me like, you know what I'm saying? I want shit to be different. And so I'm constantly working hard to make it amazing. Someone goes, damn, yo, I watched Erika speak and that shit was an experience. Every time I do that, how many hours do I spend? A lot. I don't just get up, copy and paste. Never. When I do my sessions with my clients, my slide decks, everything is, the detail is so important. I sweat the small stuff. I worry about that. I pay attention. I sit in every chair when I run an event because I want to know everybody. What's the view that they're getting? Shit has to be excellent. And when you operate like that, when you care like that, when you show up like that, you cannot be ignored. That to me is the audacity. That to me, I feel like everyone has that. We just don't allow ourselves to feel into that because we've been told that XYZ. No, it's not serving you anymore. It's not serving you. The one who is the most audacious will win. It does not mean that they're amazing. It does not mean that they're better than you. It does not mean that they're more experienced or more skilled. Actually, it's the opposite. And imagine if you are skilled. Imagine if you're a good person, which I believe you are. Imagine if you're here to do good shit in the world. And then on top of that, you have audacity. You are bold with your delivery. You are willing to do it. You're scared, but you're going to do it anyway. That's the whole point. That life, you live that life, here's what I want you to do. I want to challenge you this week. I want you to do something that feels so utterly uncomfortable, but is completely aligned with where you want to go. That like, oh my God, like when I applied for the TEDx, I wanted to throw up in my mouth. Who the hell am I to do a TEDx? Oh my God, I heard her. She was trying to get in. I'm like, no, we do a TEDx. We are TEDx speakers. We do more than one. We are amazing. We have an idea worth spreading. You are worth it. Get your ass on that stage. Even if your kneecaps are shaking and you're sweating and you're doing a spiritual poo right before, I don't care. You belong on that stage, girl. So this other part of me was pumping me up. My audacity was pumping me up. And then I had my little fearful self. I don't let the fearful self win. I don't let the fearful self make decisions. The fearful self is not going to get me to where I want to go, which is impacting the globe, millions of women around the world. I am only getting started. My fearful self will keep my ass at home watching Netflix, overweight, underpaid, and hiding. Absolutely not. I am tapping into my audacious queen bee of my industry, the queen of confidence. That's who she is. We don't mess around. So I want you to think about something that is uncomfortable, completely makes you want to vomit in your mouth. I want you to commit to doing it this week, but it's aligned with where you want to go. Boldly do it. I dare you. Okay? Send the pitch, post the video, jump on the live, introduce yourself to the person you've been circling, whatever it is. Apply for the thing that you know your stretch is coming. Apply for it. Do it. Because audacity is not a little personality trait that we are born with, okay? It is a muscle, like confidence. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And the world doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs boldness. And it is your turn to be audacious and stand in your damn power. Let me know how you go. Bonus points if you're listening on Spotify. Drop me a comment. Let me know how this lands for you. And if you know that you are the world's best kept secret and you're ready to claim your space, be bold, claim your whole authority, all of that. If that is for you, hit me up. I'm going to drop the link of the Queen's Table in the comments, in the show notes. You can apply. Check it out. It is for the brave. This shit is not for the faint-hearted, okay? You didn't come here to play small and mess around. It's now time to shine, baby. Let's go. I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. I freaking love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your ears and your energy and your attention. Thank you for letting me into your world. And thank you so much for listening and tuning in to this podcast. There are so many podcasts you can listen to, and I deeply, deeply, for real, appreciate you listening to mine. Do me one big favor, one big thing. Please share this episode or this podcast with a woman who you know needs to hear this. This is my mission on planet Earth, to serve as many women as possible so that we could show up, stand up, speak up, and create the confidence and the life that we desire. I appreciate you, my love. I will see you on the next episode.